Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Healing from Within with me, your host, Keryn Rose. Today we're talking weather, and we're talking weather from an astrological perspective. I have been having conversations with some of my clients during the week about the role that the planets up in the skies play on our day-to-day life, simply encouraging them to appreciate that when they're not feeling 100% on top of the world, that it may not be specifically them that have they checked in on what all the planets are doing. And so it got me thinking, how many people are aware of this thing called the weather from the astrological perspective? We know the sun rises and the sun sets. We here in Perth, we're having shorter days and longer nights, but we're blessed. The sun rises and the sun sets. Then the moon pops up. So most people are conscious of the sun and the moon, really don't give much thought to anything else. We know that the moon plays with the oceans and the tides. So I am going to invite you to give some thought to, well, if the moon has that type of impact on Earth, and yes, it's the closest of all of the planets, come stars that are up there, why not all the other planets? So typically, if I was to ask you, what's your zodiac sign, is often the question that can be asked. If people are going to know anything, they will know their sun sign. So somebody asks me, I'll go, I'm a Libran. I now say I'm a Libran sun. It denotes that the sun was in the zodiac sign of Libra the moment I took my first breath. And for everybody that, again, is on this planet, the moment you take your first breath, the sun is going to be in a zodiac sign, the moon is in a zodiac sign, and the eastern horizon is going to be in a zodiac sign that is rising at that moment, hence the term rising sign. And why I'm wanting to share this little podcast episode with you today is to have you understand, for those that are really wanting to have a deeper understanding of what's going on with you and your life, I invite you to check out your sun sign, what house it is in, what zodiac sign it's in, and indeed, if you wish to know, what house it is in. But let's stick to the signs for this episode. What sign your sun is in? See where your moon is. What sign is the moon in the moment that you took your first breath, hence the term natal chart? And then what zodiac sign is that rising sign in? Because it's these three, some people call them the big three. It is these three signs that, coming together, describe who you are. Each of those signs plays an important role in your birth chart, your natal chart, and each describes a different part of you and your personality and your life story. So let's quickly go through them. Your sun sign is the role that you're here to play in your life. Imagine before you came in, you've created a script. You're the main player. You out there on stage, the spotlight is on you. You say to the world, here I am. This is who I am. Your sun sign delineates your general character. It tends to represent your ego. It can also be seen to represent your core personality, your sense of self, and the way in which you move through the world. It's your essence that you're shining into the world. It's that vital force that drives you to be the highest expression of your true self. It really does reveal probably your most pronounced personality traits. It colours who you are, how you perceive the world, and it's really what is most apparent on the surface. You don't have to look hard to see the traits of the sun sign. You're the sun. People can't miss it. But I'm here to suggest to you that that's simply part of a bigger picture. Your sun sign is your starting place. See it as that. Because in your natal chart, and I'm talking an accepted 12 zodiac sign natal chart using what's known as the tropical perspective, there's the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And they are all sharing their unique energies with you. And putting it all together, you're who you are. The moon sign, the sun is what you see. Your moon sign is what you don't see. Your moon sign is how you manage, it governs your inner world. It's that hidden realm that is within you. And chances are you don't share it with many people. Your moon sign reflects the workings of your inner world. It's very private. It's a bit like the soul behind your identity. If the sun is, here we are, this is who I am. The moon is that part of you that's behind it. And it absolutely is the driving force of your emotional reactions. It represents your instinct, your intuition, and it does govern your 5 senses, your sight, your hearing, your taste, your smell, and your touch. And all of those things are coloured by the world that is your moon. Then we get into the rising sign, or also known as the ascendant. And this is your outward demeanor. Some would say that it's your image. It's seen by a lot of people as how you interact with others, your coping mechanisms, and how you can react to anything that's new when it is thrown at you. The rising sign speaks to the energy that we put into the world. It really can determine the first impression that you make and the way that you see others and your attitude towards them. It's this, as I've said, this is the sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the time of your birth. And it's these 3 bits of you that come together that give you your whole picture. I've got access to I've got access to lots of resources, but the ones that I'm going to share with you, I'll share in the show notes. One is a fabulous book called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. Fabulous title, isn't it? It's a great, all-encompassing resource for those that are interested in getting to simply know a little bit more about the planets and the colours of the planet, the energy, the flavour that they bring to you if they are a part of your recipe card that is your natal chart. I also love an app on my phone called Time Passages. And I also have a wonderful website that I access on my computer called astro.com. Now, there's a plethora of points that you can access to get more information about this astrological stuff that I'm going on about. For me, why am I sharing it? Well, as I said, everything is energy and everything is connected. And there's a reason why you like some things and don't like some things. being a Libran sun, I see beauty. And yes, beauty absolutely is in the eye of the beholder. But it's what my eyes see. When I'm looking at something, I will see the beauty in it. And others may not even see it. It's how I'm programmed. I'm there to ensure that I can be a bit of a peacemaker. What I'm learning is that I'm not to be giving up any of my own peace to be able to help others find peace. I basically have a lot of air and water in my sign. I feel lots, I talk lots, and I have very little fire. I find it really, it's not a natural thing for me to go out there and go for a run or go to the gym. It just doesn't, literally, I was going to say light my fire, forgive the pun. There are reasons why you feel the way that you do and that you take certain actions. I'm going to say, yes, it is who you are. But for those of you that want to understand a little more about who am I, what makes me this way, for me, it's probably not unlike sharing some DNA and getting it tested to see where have I come from. It simply may answer some questions. And there's so many wonderful resources available to us now that for all of the people that I'm coming across that are asking these questions, wanting to know more about who am I will gently smile and say, it's within you. You know who you are. Go and ask some other questions. The answers you are looking for lie in the questions that you ask. So maybe checking in to see what your moon sign is will explain why, when you are upset, you respond the way that you do. I'm a water sign. When I get upset, I typically will close the door and I'll pull down the blinds and I will be with myself to work through, process through my emotions. It just innately is what I do. If you're going to be an earth sign, when it comes to your moon, chances are you'll want to go for a walk along the beach. You'll want to get out into nature and simply be in the energy of Mother Earth. Nothing happens by chance, folk. Everything is there for a reason. It is there with purpose. And I'm on a mission to help you with your healing from within. And for me, understanding more about who I came in, or all of these tools I came in with, my astrological chart is full of tools, as is yours. And my invitation to you is to go in and dip your toe in the water or maybe go for a deep dive. As I said, I will share 3 of my favorite resources when it comes to diving into astrological stuff. And off you go. Have fun getting to know yourself, maybe remembering who you are. And as I love to say, until we meet again, may your day be full of the magic that is you, wherever you may be. Everything in this world is energy, and that includes you. Remember, you are the most important person in your world, and you came into this life with all the tools you will ever need to support your healing from within. Let the healing begin.